Hey guys, GSP on GSP Talk Sports here, and we're talking football preview. Round 26 goes down this Tuesday 10th, Wednesday 11th, and Thursday 12th February. Starting on the Tuesday, we have Chelsea versus Leeds. Just going to do quick picks here. Chelsea coming off a 3-1 win over Wolves. They sit in 5th place versus Leeds in 16th. They're coming off a 3-1 win over Forest. And I'm going with a Chelsea win here, so hoping Chelsea could do it. And then moving on, Tuesday in EPL, we have Everton in 8th versus Bournemouth in 13th. And I'm predicting a draw in this match, a draw, Everton versus Bournemouth. Then we have Spurs in 16th versus Newcastle in 12th. And I am going with a Newcastle win, a Newcastle to beat Spurs here. Then we have a big one here with haircut implications. We have West Ham in 18th versus Man U, high flying in 4th. West Ham coming off their 2-0 win over Burnley, and Man U coming off their 2-0 win over Spurs. And I am going with a West Ham win, hoping West Ham could get it done on Man U and stop their 4-game winning streak dead there. Then moving on to Wednesday games, we have Villa in 3rd versus Brighton in 14th. And Villa coming off a 1-1 with Bournemouth. Brighton coming off a 1-0 loss to Spurs. And I am going with a Villa win. Hopefully Villa could get back on track. Villa win for this one. And then we have, continuing on the Wednesday, we have Palace versus Burnley. Palace in 13th versus Burnley in 19th. And Palace coming off a 1-0 over Brighton, and Burnley coming off a 2-0 loss to West Ham. I'm going to go with a Palace win. Palace getting their season back on track here. Palace win over Burnley. Burnley needs the points there in a relegation battle though, so left to be seen. And we have City in 2nd versus Fulham in 12th. City coming off that 2-1 controversial win over Liverpool there with some big help from PGML and the referee. Fulham coming off a 2-1 loss to Everton. And City trying to keep pace with Arsenal. They have the chance to go within 3 points of Arsenal because Arsenal playing on the Thursday. I am going with a City win, sadly. Hoping Fulham could do something. And then we have Forest in 17th versus 20th place Wolves. Relegation battle, but Wolves is already down, so Forest needs this 3 points. They're coming off a 3-1 loss to Leeds, and Wolves coming off the 3-1 loss to Chelsea. So I am going with a draw. I'm going with a draw with this one. Wolves have been doing good lately, but leaving it a little bit too late. So really hard luck for them. And continuing on the Wednesday, we have Sunderland in 11th versus 6th place Liverpool. Liverpool will need some points here to fight up for these Champions League places. Sunderland coming off a 3-0 loss to Arsenal, and Liverpool coming off the heartbreaking 2-1 loss to City with a whole set of things going wrong in that game. Liverpool have 16 goals in the last 5, by the way, and they haven't lost to Sunderland in the last 11. Hoping that they can keep that up and go to Sunderland and get a win, going for Liverpool win. And then on the Thursday, we have Brentford versus Arsenal. Brentford in 7th versus high-flying 1st place Arsenal. Brentford coming off a 3-2 win over Newcastle, and Arsenal coming off a 3-0 win over Sunderland. Arsenal playing after the City game, so it's left to be seen whether they will be just 3 points ahead, or however much by the end of this game they will get their chance to, if it's 3 points, extended back to 6. So those are the quick picks for this round 26 in football. And the reason why they have all these midweek games is because there's FA Cup action this weekend. As if your team's still in FA Cup, unlike some team like Man U who get knocked out before. So that's it. GSP on GSP Talk Sports. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment.